Hi everyone, we're going to graph the secant line and find the equation of the secant line containing this point. So we're moving along the curve from -1 to 1. We're going to have to find our y. We're also going to graph our f of x along with the secant line. So basically the secant line is the average rate of change or the slope of this curve. So you get some x1, x2 here, and you connect those two and you get the secant line. That would be the secant line right there. And if you want the equation of the secant line, we're going to just extend it. Now in our case, we're going from -1 to 1 because we're going to graph both of these. So I need to find my y value first, or to use the formula there. So we're going to use f of -1. So that's -1 squared minus 3 times -1. So that's 1 plus 3, which equals 4. That's your y for -1. And for 1, you get 1 squared minus 3. So that's going to be -2. So we have our 2 points, point 1, point 2, and you're just going to plug it in our slope formula. You get -2 minus 4 divided by 1 minus a -1. So this equals -6 divided by 2, which equals -3. So that's your average rate of change, which is your secant line. To write the equation of the secant line, we're going to write -3x plus b, slope-intercept form, and plug one of these points in. I'll plug in this one. So y is -2, and 1 times -3 is -3 plus b. Add 3 to both sides, you get 1 equals b. So your equation of your secant line, we're going to plug that back in as y equals -3x plus 1. All right. Now we're going to graph this right here and this secant line equation and see what it looks like. So I need to memorize these. -1, 4, 1, -2. -1, 4, 1, I forgot already. -2. All right. Okay, so let's factor this first and set it to 0. So I know my x-intercepts are x equals 0, x equals 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, midpoint's right in there. We're just going to fake it a little bit on the vertex. Let's look at our points here. -1 maps to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 here maps to -2. All right, and I know my vertex is in the middle of these 2 points. So I'll just put it down in here. And from here, I go up to here. All right, so let's kind of graph this. Just sketching a graph here. Now, we went from -1, which was at 4, to 1, which is -2. So we want the secant line, or the average rate of change of that curve. Now, we already got what that was. So that was y equals -3x plus 1. So I know my y-intercept is 1. Let's use purple. And I can connect these as best as I could because it's kind of close here. You connect those two, and that's your secant line. This is -3. And for this equation here, we can extend this out a little bit and get the equation. It's not very straight. Let's make this straighter. I don't like that. All right, just make this line a little straighter there. And you have your equation of your secant line here. All right, of this curve from here to there. All right. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.